Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to Footy Judgment. You know who's late. You can see it on the screen. He's not here. His face is on the thumbnail, but he's not here. As always, he is late. Big up everybody that joined us, of course. Big news today. Antonio Conte already reportedly got offered a contract to replace Mauricio Pochettino from next year. And Bruno Guimaraes, reportedly, Arsenal are trying to sell everyone to fund Bruno Guimaraes and hijack him from Manchester City, which is very strange. Why are you trying to go against Man City? Probably because they were successful in Declan Rice, and Declan Rice rejected Man City, as he said, to join Arsenal. Did he make a mistake or not? We'll talk about it, of course. And Summerville to Liverpool is a thing. Leeds player, of course. He's the superstar of Leeds this season. He's on Liverpool radar. They want to replace Diaz with him. And big up everybody, of course, that joined from Joe's channel. He was doing the press conference. Look at how depressed Joe is because he's going to play playoffs. It's all right, bro. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. You'll make it, and it will taste 10 times sweeter than actually making it. We'll be joined by HUSAM, of course. But listen, guys, Just a Joe Football Show in the description. If you haven't subscribed, you're missing out, of course. And if you haven't subscribed to HLB and More LB, you have been living under the rock for years and years and years, because both his channels are in the description. Brilliant content. Man City, not Man City, general Premier League content, and general European football content. It's LB and More LB, one click away in the description. And this is football, of course. We'll be joined by HUSAM, of course. And I don't know where to start, but I actually think to start with the like button, because we have about 200 people here right off the bat, and we aren't even on 100 likes. So guys, hit that like button. And HUSAM Bik, if you know what Bik is, you have been living in Arabic world, just joined, of course. So you can all blame him for being late. I think,
guys, my USB malfunctioned, man. I couldn't connect my camera.
He always comes out with something, LB, right?
I swear to God, the USB device
always comes out with something, bro. My USB
can't wait to get a new laptop, honestly.
My auntie visited us.
Hi, Joe.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Hi,
bro.
Joe. You know, see how Joe's smiling, unlike you, Mo, already blaming. And LB already with the sad face. You get me? Big up, Joe. You know?
Nice.
Why is LB sad, bro? You're going to win the league.
Joe Football Show. Can I promote Joe, Mo, without you shouting?
Yeah, man.
Make sure you guys go subscribe to
You want to promote Joe so you can take his player. That's what you want.
Massive upgrade on this Thursday stream right here, Joe. Big up to you, Joe, man.
Nice one, man. Do you know what, though? Right, just to like send the love back. El Hour now is low-key, like, becoming one of my faves. I can't not watch that. I really, really like that show, man. It's great.
Why do you like to watch that the show?
Why do I like?
Yeah. What's very good about the show? Tell the people though. What is so good about the show?
So the characters in it are perfectly picked. Like they just blend really well. Yeah, the debates are hilarious. Some are wild, some a little bit more thought out. But yeah, I just enjoy it, man, because I enjoy banter, and like there's none better than what's he called, man? I forgot his name. How can I forget his name, man? He's the main.
Hamza?
Hamza's different level, bro. Hamza monologues. Hamza guys, once
he could win any argument, you know. You could put him against anyone, and he'd just be able to win the argument. He's just unbearable, man.
Bro. Hamza,
he's been
Man City today. What happened to Foden today? What happened to Kevin De Bruyne today, Hamza? When Salah played in Roma in 2016, by the way, he flicked the ball, and you know what? He flicked the ball and it didn't go in. That's the difference. Hamza, what happened today? It's 2024. In 2013, Alex Ferguson, we dunked on Alex. What happened? That's his argument. But anyway, listen, people. It's a long intro. But anyway, do we start with Chelsea or Summerville to Liverpool thing?
Actually, can I just ask HUSAM though? Like,
yes.
See, I think he's a top quality player, right? But how have Liverpool fans reacted to it? Because it's got legs, hasn't it? It looks like it's a mover, right? Like all the right people are saying it's a goer. How do you react to that? Seeing that, yeah, he's Championship Player of the Year and stuff, but even some Leeds fans, I don't agree, but some have gone, not a chance he can make it at a top 6 club yet. So what's been your reaction to being linked to some of them?
I mean, look, here's the thing. From a Liverpool fan perspective, it's really been split down the middle because obviously you guys know what's happened this summer. Obviously, Klopp's leaving, slots coming through, and Michael Edwards is going to be making the decisions. Now, based on our past, Michael Edwards was the guy that got Mo Salah in. He's the guy that got Sadio Mane in. He's the one who's made those, like, signings, and ever since he left the club, it's gone to shits, to be honest with you, with the likes of Nunez, Gakpo, Diaz, etc. So we kind of stopped listening to the analytical department and we started just going based off like what Pep Linders likes or what Klopp likes, and that's what led to the downfall. So, look, here's the thing. I get it because it's Michael Edwards, but from my perspective, I feel like the club that Liverpool Football Club are right now compared to what we were in 15, 16, 16, 17 is completely different. Like I can work with Andy Robertson, who got relegated from Hull because I was just fighting for top four. So like you could work with that. You could get a Sadio Mane, you could get a Mo Salah, give him 2 years to develop. The issue that I have right now with Summerville is I don't think he's necessarily Liverpool quality yet. He could become that, but I don't think he's Liverpool quality yet. And when it comes to players like that, the issue is our best probably 3 players at Liverpool Football Club, excluding Trent, the 4 world-class players we have are all almost 31, 32. Can we afford to wait 2 years until Summerville becomes world-class, basically, or 3 years till it becomes world-class? That's the million-dollar question. So, from my perspective, it makes more sense to get someone like a Kudusen or someone like that of that ilk, who's ready to just take that next step and become a world-class player, So I like him. I think he's got qualities, obviously, from a dribbling perspective. The PTSD I have is with Luis Diaz, but then I saw he has 19 goals, so we're safe from that perspective, at least. So he could put the ball in the back of the net. So, yeah.
In the same time, Man City linked to Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes, and these guys. Liverpool are linked to Championship players.
Fair. No, I get that.
But let's not forget.
Let's not forget where they picked up Andy Robertson from, though, bro.
Okay. It's different. Jurgen Klopp was that time wanted to build something. That's why a lot of people treat Liverpool at the current moment like Liverpool after Brendan Rodgers or Arsenal after Arteta. And I think that's a disrespect to what Klopp has built and the Salahs and the Van Dijks. With all due respect to Summerville at the end, imagine if Man City are linked to a Championship player. When they were linked to Doku, I said it's an underwhelming signing, even though Doku, by the way, is a Belgian international, right? He played in the Belgian national team. I said it's an underwhelming signing to spend that much money on him. He proved me wrong or didn't prove me wrong. But that's when you build a team, you got to go for the superstars now. You leave the Summervilles for that, with all due respect to the other team that are not challenging for titles. You get Summerville, it's a risk. Yeah, it doesn't cost a penny, but if you are struggling with Luis Diaz, you need to go and get someone that is ready today, not someone coming from Championship.
Unless the club don't believe we can challenge.
That's it. See the difference with Manchester City? They're going with the star names. Why? They want to improve the squad. They don't want to build the squad. You know what I mean? We got Kovacic. No. We're gonna go get Guimaraes. We got Matthias Nunes. No, we're gonna go get Paqueta. We get better with names at least. That's what they're linked with. That's the difference. I think it's a very underwhelming link with Liverpool. It might work. I watched him a couple of times. Looks all right. Looks good.
Can I just say something to the City fans in the chat? Guys, you are the most bunch of sensitive people I've seen on the entirety of this platform and on the internet. We signed Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips was compared to fucking Declan Rice when you signed him. So stop living in cuckoo land. Calvin Phillips was looked at as he was called the Yorkshire Perlo for a reason. Stop acting like you signed a scrub from Leeds and grow up. And Ake, the same thing. He was looked at as one of the best centre-backs. He used to play for Chelsea, bro. Why do you guys, as soon as someone says anything about City, you have to jump directly, defend? It's the reality. You sign better players than us. It's actually a compliment what we're giving you. So just grow up. Carry on, Mo. Sorry, I had to say.
No, that's it. That's what I wanted to say. I was looking at the links of Liverpool. It's kind of very underwhelming. And the fans are all right with it. As HUSAM said, it's split. Some of the fans are like, yeah, Summerville will be good for us.
Because it's Edwards. That's why.
Yeah, but you cannot just trust people blindly. That doesn't work. Even LB sat here after, bro, they have freaking Pep Guardiola, and he sat here on the channel after the summer transfer and said, it's a little bit iffy what we did. We should have gotten this. We should have gotten that. So,
I think the key point is what you both said, actually, about when you were bringing in them players, you were on the rise. Now you're at the top of the game, and you're still buying players as though these may work out and get us to that next level, when really you should be buying ready-made at the level because you're already there. I get it. I hear it.
And that's why Liverpool fans should be FSG out.
Maybe.
But it's Edwards. It's Edwards, LB. It's not FSG.
Nice to
even.
meet you, LB.
It's Michael Edwards. Like
Well,
this
then,
guy. They
Edwards out then.
him.
Because why, at the end of the day, they are moving, like Joel said, they're not moving in the right. When I say this right, when a football club goes through periods, and throughout each period, you act differently. So, like Brighton, for example, now they're signing all these young players relatively cheap to sell them to make the profit. At some point, they have to change that strategy, otherwise they won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
They will stall and stagnate. They have to change. So they have to start signing the Kuduses instead of West Ham, instead of signing these guys that no one's ever heard of before. Yeah.
Well, you're bang on, because, you're bang on because eventually what happens is them young players that they've been getting in and being able to sell, they sign a few duds, shit. Now we're backwards. Look at Southampton. Look where Southampton, they're now in the champion and they were the same.
No, this is what I'm saying. That Liverpool are at the top now. They might not be at the top at City level or maybe even at Arsenal level, but there's not too much in it. Yeah. They are now, they have to change the strategy. Now, people have got blind faith in Edwards. All right, okay, cool. And maybe Summerville will come in and smash it. The point is, which is Joel's just made, at some point, one of them ain't going to smash it. They'll sign Summerville. They'll sign another guy that's a little bit like, ooh, that's a bit of a risk. At some point, the risk won't pay off, and everyone will be sitting there going, why aren't we spending money? And by the way, are Leeds going to sell him on a cheap?
Nah.
So
No.
the question becomes like, how much are you going to pay for Summerville?
40 mil at least.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah.
40 mil, bro.
Well,
How much is them? 40, right? 40.
We turned
Yes.
we turned down 20 million in the summer from Burnley and other clubs before this season when he'd barely played. So the fact he's Championship Player of the Year and I think he's got 19 goals, 9 assists. There's no way they'd let him go cheap because we turned down 30 for Nonto, for example, and Somerville's better and had a better season. So they're not. It's a similar model to FSG. What Leeds United have got now is with the 49ers. It's a group of people putting in, and we will have a similar sort of model to them. So, and we know how good Liverpool are when selling players. They're very good at that and loaning and shrewd operators. So there's no way. Like under the previous ownership, Radrazani, you get him cheap, but not under the 49ers. No way. No way.
Watch this. This is Husam's.
This right here, you get me. LB, nice to meet you, brother. You get me. I don't know if you saw about this plane protest. It was all over the news. This was shout out to Kurdish. Kurdish organized this. I was one of the main people who got involved, and we got this done right here. And this was the message last season after winning 7-0. We beat Man United by 7-0, and this is exactly what we flew over Anfield for good reason. I just feel like our owners lack ambition. People just don't realize it was really Jurgen Klopp.
Lack ambition. That's what a lot of these top owners do. The same with the Glazers, bro. At United, they don't act.
They have no ambition whatsoever.
Bro, they're all billionaires. Some people act like City, the only billionaires in the league. The guys who own Liverpool are billionaires. Yeah, if they wanted to spend money, they could spend money. They don't want to because they're stingy, mate. Liverpool fans should be getting on to these owners and saying, if you want to own our football club, yeah, this historic football club, which Liverpool is, put your hand in your pocket or sell it to someone else. Do you get me? And this is what kind of United have fallen into. The Glazers didn't want to sell any United, but the fact is they ran the club that badly that they were almost forced to sell to get this Jim Ratcliffe in. And what did they do? They only sold a little bit. You know what I mean? This Jim Ratcliffe now, I mean, that's a brilliant deal for the Glazers. Congratulations. What a deal that is. Taking all the responsibility of the football inside off you and put it all on Jim Ratcliffe. You just sit there and deal with the finances. Amazing deal. But again, these are billionaires, man. Put your hand in your pocket. You know what I mean? And I'm glad, actually, some Liverpool fans actually, you can still have your pops at City. I get it. Yeah, you obviously have a pop at City. But I'm glad, actually, some Liverpool fans are not completely delusional and actually understand that their owners do have money and billionaires. Bro, James, pull up this message from James in the chat. Bro, your owners are billionaires, bro. Billionaires. Yeah, and like I say, you can fire shots at City all you want, bro. If you're not looking at your own owners, yeah, then you're a mug. That's it. You're just a mug, mate. The FSG guys are billionaires. There's no reason that football club should not be spending money. No reason at all. You've just gone through your best period ever in the Premier League, yeah, with Klopp. And if you ask Klopp genuinely, he might not say it because he might not want to publicly criticise it. But I bet he say, I'm a bit disappointed that they didn't give me a little bit extra to compete. Now, it's not like he's been on a shoestring budget. He's had money to spend. But, like, there are times when clearly he would have liked to spend a little bit more on the squad and they've not given it him. If you don't want to blame your own.
And we've seen that, by the way, we've seen that, obviously. Listen, Klopp has spoken publicly about Mbappe. We wanted Chouameni, we wanted Bellingham, we wanted Caicedo. So it's not like, you know, the guy just doesn't want anyone expensive. He obviously wants it, but he's not getting it. Obviously, Caicedo, we bid for him. That's a different story, but that's besides the point. I actually agree with LB here. There's one of the guys, shout out to him, he actually came on my channel before as well, Mo Chatra, who kind of does like financial information for Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool could spend 500 million this summer without breaking FFP rules. So we have the money. We could spend it and we can afford to spend it. And that's without the selling of Luis Diaz. That's without the selling of like a Robertson or whoever. So like this is while like this is not even considering you know, the players that we get out the club to begin with. So we obviously have money, we can spend it. And I think this summer it should be a massive summer for us. And if we don't spend money, then we're fucked next season. Simple as.
I think you're all wrong, but fine.
What do you mean? You can't just say that.
I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna explain to you. I think the difference is Liverpool owners. You guys are like half right and half wrong. You guys need to understand it's ownership of a football club is not a profitable business. That's actually been revealed. The dividend, the profit, the revenue might be 700 million, but the football costs a lot of money. And unless your owners are like Manchester City Arabs or the Qataris that wanted to own Man United, who at the end they care about the winnings more than running the business.
Yes.
That's what people need to understand. FSG don't take the money in their pocket, by the way, but FSG is saying it's a self-sustainable business. We're gonna make it work as it is. While Man City owners, the Emiratis, they care a lot about being at the top of the world. That's why they go and build stuff in New York. No, but the problem is around the world is that 99% of the owners of football clubs around the world are businessmen, like the Inter ones. When they got the sanctions from China, they can't spend the money. What did they do? They took money from loans. They didn't spend anything. They didn't even try to fix it. They said, this is a business. We'll just take loans. Same for the 49ers. You know what I mean? There is a difference. Even like the difference is the Italian guy that took over.
The difference is the ambition, basically.
Basically, it's not about the money, by the way. It's about an Arab.
Yeah, but that's what I'm calling out the
or the Italia. But the problem is, HUSAM, there's how many Arab people in the world to take over a club? Or the guy that took over Leeds.
I was running Qatari spaces.
I know, but here
night,
the guy, Joe can tell you, the Italian guy didn't care about the business as much as he wanted his name out there. Football is about your name. When you run a football club, it's about your name. You're associated with Liverpool. You're associated with Man United. You're associated with Leeds. The guy cared about winning. He made wrong decisions. This guy, the Italian Garazzani, whatever his name is. That's the difference between him and the 49ers. The 49ers at the end, there is audit.
Are you talking about the former Leeds owner?
Yes. The difference is that let me just tell you this. FSG, right? There is audit against them. The Emiratis guys, Sheikh Mansour, nobody's going to audit the guy. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Nobody's going to audit the guy. It's about the ambition. And Man City are lucky to have an Emirati owners. Man United were going to be lucky to have a Qatari owners. Leeds were lucky to have this guy, right? Because he wanted to win. That's the people need to understand. Because a lot of people spread false information that FSG take the money, take 100 million every year and put it in their pocket. Liverpool doesn't turn 100 million profit every year. They don't. The last quarter of 2023, the profit was 7 million. 7 million. Just people need to deep that. That's the profit. That's the difference.
No, I'm with you. I'm not saying
I wanted to correct that because a lot of people don't understand this part of football.
Mo, me and you have had this conversation before. We know football is not a profitable business.
Yes.
That's why when I'm calling out the club, I'm calling out the ambition. I'm not calling out it's not what yours is like. I'm agreeing with you. And I'm agreeing with LB because it's just a lack of ambition. The issue is the ambition here. Do you want to win or do you not want to win? That's the reality. And the honest answer is they don't want to win. I feel like if you get the Glazers,
that's the point, innit? That's the point. These guys don't want to win.
Let me just say this.
They don't care as much as long as Liverpool's name is everywhere. That's what they care about.
I just want to say one thing before you guys go. If we get FSG, if we get John Henry, the Glazers and the Cronkies in one room and offer them top 4 for the next 10 years, they're gonna shake your hand right now.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their
100%.
name is in the Champions League. I get what you're saying.
100%.
Listen,
Do you-
Liverpool is very in a very. I think Liverpool, if they get this next thing wrong, like the Arne Slot thing, I don't know where the squad goes from here. To be honest,
Hell,
I'm not gonna. Me and you spoke a lot about Liverpool, and I'm sure you and LB spoke a lot about Liverpool and what happens to Liverpool and what happens next season. Just last
LB's been ducking me. He's become a celebrity now,
Okay.
fortunately for us.
LB.
Yeah, he's
it's
a
okay.
celebrity now. He's become the top City guy, you know? Everywhere
Really?
I go, I
It's
see
all,
his face.
see the difference? LB has always been the top City guy.
What do you
understand?
mean? What do you mean? What's he talking
LB
about?
has always been the top City guy.
What's he talking
To be
about?
fair, he has like 3 people to compete with anyway.
These two. Huh? Anyway, guys, over 600 people here. Get your opinions in. Get your likes in. How many likes are we on? Wallahi, this is embarrassing. 160 likes and over 600 people here. Embarrassing. Andrew here saying, if SG want to rebuild, what's the point of keeping the best players? We might as well sell Alisson, Salah, Trent, Van Dijk, because we will waste them.
And that's my point. And that was my initial point to begin with.
Really?
If you want to sign Summerville, bro, sell Salah, sell Alisson, sell Van Dijk, and just do the Chelsea, basically. Just go sign a bunch of kids who have potential and could become someone 2 years from now. You get me? So that's it. Like that's
Bro,
that's just my basic
hole. You're
level
not
of the logic.
bro, you will not come back. If that
No,
happens
but
to
that's-
Liverpool,
but
you
that's
won't
the
come
point,
back.
man. That's why Summerville is the wrong signing for this moment in time. He could become great 2 years from now. He could score 20 Premier League goals 2 years from now. He ain't gonna score it next season, which is what I need. Hence the issue.
But this is why I've said about Liverpool. I think Liverpool are kind of fucks, man. I've said Liverpool next season. I think he'll finish between 7th and 4th in the league. The reason I say that is because I think the teams in that spot are actually very close. Yeah, it's not because I'm saying Liverpool are dead. You know what I mean? They're going to finish 7th. If you actually look at like Villa, Newcastle, Liverpool, Spurs will be there. I don't think there's much really to separate those teams. And I feel like a lot of Liverpool fans have been hoodwinked about what's about to happen. And that super chat was legit. Liverpool are not in a rebuild, man. They're not.
Where do they need
But
to
they
buy?
treat the club
LB?
like a
Where
rebuild.
do they need
LB,
to
but
buy?
they are treating the club like it's a rebuild.
Where do they need to buy, lads? Like midfield sorted?
Okay, so
Number six?
I'll tell you where they need to buy. They need to stop telling us how mint the front five is and accept that 3 of them are absolutely crap and shouldn't be at the club. Diaz,
Yeah.
Nunes, and Gakpo are not good enough for Liverpool Football Club.
I think
And you
Diaz
could-
is.
Diaz is not good enough for Liverpool.
Diaz
Football
is
Club.
good. Joe, don't start.
Diaz is not good for Liverpool
Diaz is
Football
good.
Club.
Diaz
He
is a
loves it.
dribbler.
I
If all
always
4 of
trust-
us
He
took a
is.
plane to
What
I
Brazil
always
right
trust
now, we
Joe
could find
above everybody.
50,000.
Always.
If all 4 of us took a plane
No.
to Brazil right now, we could find 50,000 Luis Diaz's on the street.
No,
Dribble,
man,
do
stop
fuck
Luis
all.
Diaz
this.
is not a good footballer.
Dribble,
He's
dribble,
not.
dribble, do
Jeez.
fuck all. That's
How many
legit.
goals has
Okay,
he scored this season?
let me ask you a question, Joe. Right
Don't
now,
embarrass
just to
yourself,
prove
Joe.
your
Don't
point.
embarrass yourself.
Oh, really?
One second,
Is it bad?
don't get involved. This is the Diaz
Okay.
topic. Okay, Joe. Let me tell you why Diaz is crap right here, right now.
Okay.
You might say Diaz's stuff doesn't reflect in terms of GA. No problem. Let's go to big chances created in the English Premier League. Have you seen Reece James this season?
Has he created more than Diaz? Yeah, is that what you're going to
Reece
tell
James
me?
has more big chances created. Cameron Archer, who plays for Sheffield United, has more big chances created.
Okay.
Alfie Doherty has more big chances created. I can keep going with the crap shit players that have more big chances created than him. Darwin Nunez, who I would sell tomorrow for a packet of chips, has more big chances created than Luis Diaz. And that tells you all you need to know. 33 games, 34 Premier League games, 5 big chances created. 5 big chances created. On
He
an
ain't good,
average
man.
of 1 every 6 games, he gets me 1 big chance created. And he's missed a shitload of chances in big moments for Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah,
Case in point, Manchester
single-handedly,
City at
he's almost cost Liverpool this year. I mean,
Yeah,
he missed
Manchester
he
City
missed
at
a
home,
1v1
go on
against
and on and
City.
on.
Crystal Palace, he missed a couple. What he
Manchester
does, Joe, yeah,
United.
because of the way he turns with the ball, he looks mint. But
That's what I'm
actually,
saying.
he's
It's aesthetics. It's aesthetics.
yeah,
He's
aesthetically
fucking
looks
shit,
great.
bro. I'd sell him
He
tomorrow.
is not good, man. Gakpo's not good enough, and Nunes
Gakpo, I
isn't a
agree with.
striker.
Gakpo, I
Nunes isn't a
agree with.
striker. So they've got a problem with 3 of the front 5 and not good enough. There's still, I think
Man,
Endo's done.
Spicy Traore in the comments. You guys are such.
Yeah, Aaron, what a comment.
See, I think he's still a
Traore.
good player. Like, but you watch him more regularly than me, so maybe I am
He's
hoodwinked by.
fucking shit, man. He's fucking shit.
I still think they need a centre defensive mid. Although Endo this year has done a lot better than anyone expected, I still think you need like a little bit more of a just a bit more presence in there. You look at City with Rodri, Arsenal with Rice. You know what I mean? Like they've got a big presence, and Endo has done a lot better than everyone thought. Like I'll give him full credit on that, but I still think they need someone there. The back four, HUSAM will cook Robertson 100%. They probably need another left back going forward, but that's a DM. They're not cheap these days. They need another left back, and they need to replace at least 2, probably 3 out of the front 5.
We
Going
need
to the
5
conversation that they're in the mud because Salah's still not renewed his contract. He's out of contract next year. Van
Now
Dijk's
you're
out of
doing too
contract
much
next year.
because-
LB, do
Trent's
you
out of
think
contract
Salah
next
should
year.
go?
You're doing too much because Salah's staying. Hold that. Ornstein.
LB, do you think Salah should go? Wait. Do you think
Here
Salah
we
should
go.
go?
Oh, here we go.
Do I think he
Here
should
we
go?
go. More agenda.
Why you're
strikes
cry?
again.
Why every time we mention Salah, you cry? Oh, she's
Yeah.
about to cry on the stream, bro.
Should Salah go
Wait,
play for Al
Let us
Ittihad
get the
in
other
his
people's
prime?
opinion. Why it's always your opinion about Salah? You
Prime-
support Liverpool.
Prime Salah going to Al Ittihad.
Oh
Okay,
my
bro.
god.
I would say nah, because there's bigger issues. There's bigger issues to solve,
Hold
man.
that,
You got to
bro.
solve the Diaz issue. You got to solve the Nunes issue. You got to solve the Gakpo, the DM, the left back. Why are you just going to throw an extra problem into the situation by selling your most prolific goal scorer of Liverpool Premier League history, probably? So for me, nah, I wouldn't be selling him.
By the way,
there are,
LB
Sam, just to let you
Wait.
know, there are some just for the people that don't know. Yesterday, I read a couple of Egyptian articles actually saying that Salah might leave on free in 2025. Like he's gonna stay at Liverpool
and
this
am I the-
coming
fucking
year.
accountant
And you're
for a Liverpool
just
fan?
for the Liverpool fans, if this happened, I think you're missing out on big money.
brother.
However,
money that we have-
however, hear me out. Let me finish the next sentence. The articles, both of them said from Egyptian journalists that he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. He wants to continue in Europe.
Yes, that's what I told you. all
That's
this
what
time.
I like. I
Okay, but
never.
Mo, I've told you this the whole time. Why do you ignore the stuff that I tell you? Can I understand? Why do you ignore this?
Because
I
he's
said
sitting in
if
Jordan. You have no
Barcelona
idea
come-
what you're talking about.
Habibi, 1 second. If Barcelona coming for him, okay, he will go there, no problem. I that's different. There is difference between Mo Salah, 31-year-old, going to play for Barcelona versus going to play for Al Ittihad, with all due respect. Second of all, I'm more reliable than Egyptian journalists. Third of all, when it comes to this whole conversation, Mo, let me just answer Joe's question because, you know, LB, I can't believe, listen, 25 minutes into the stream, me and LB have agreed, you know, a lot. We actually need 5
Because he
players.
wants your club to be in the mud.
We need, can you calm down? We need a left
What do you
back.
mean? Calm down. It's
We
my
need a
stream.
DM.
What do you mean?
We need a center back and we need 2 forwards. That's 100% what Liverpool Football Club needs. So we need a midfielder. Here's the thing: if we do not sign a midfielder, I'm not going to moan about it because we got 6 of them. So it's not like I'm going to sit up here. Oh my God, we haven't signed a midfielder. Left back is a necessity. If I tell you the Robertson crosses that hit first man against West Ham will be hit tomorrow.
Shows in the piece of paper.
51 seconds. Corner in the 18th minute, 29th minute, 35th minute, 37th minute, 52nd minute, twice. One from a corner, one from a regular cross. 55th minute, 56th minute, and 78th minute. These are all of Robertson's crosses against West Ham that hit first man. Not like were bad crosses or anything, like that actually hit first man. So anyway, that's beside the point. So we need a new left back. Left back is very easy for me. Robertson is good. Ait Nouri is good. Estupinian is good. I don't give a fuck. Whichever one we sign, I'm calm. Center back is the same thing because Matip's leaving. And Matip's like made out of Weetabix, so we need a new center back. And I think we need a DM. And the 2 forwards is the most important thing this summer. Can we get someone who could put the ball in the back of the net? Because regardless of my opinions on Slot, he plays a offensive style of football. If we create a shitload of chances again and we just keep missing, I refuse to give Darwin Núñez any more chances. It's funny because, you know, the villain arc was 2 summers ago when I turned on Núñez. Now Carragher says the same shit that I said 2 years ago. Welcome to the party, Jamie. Welcome to the party, all of Liverpool fans. Give the lad a chance. If someone's a donkey, he will never become a horse. That's it. It's his donkey for the rest of his life. You cannot teach someone how to put the ball in the back of the net. If we had Erling Haaland, if we had Ivan Toney, if we had Ollie Watkins, if we had any striker who could just put the ball in the back of the net, we'd be league champions. Full stop. Fuck all this Klopp done this, and Salah done this, and Trent done this, and all this extra crap. If we had just one forward who could score the ball in the back of the net, then we would have been league champions. That's just the reality of the situation. Every game that we have dropped points in, other than Arsenal away, we were the better team. Every single time. Crystal Palace at home, we could have scored. We could have won that game 6-1. We were missing one-on-ones in that game. The same thing with Man United away. We could have been 5-0 up in the first half. Manchester City at home, LB himself said that was one of the worst performances. We even had more possession than them. We had more possession than a pass left, pass right side 500 times. We dominated all these teams, and we just didn't put the ball in the back of the net. So for me, we need 2 forwards. Get me 2 forwards who could score the ball.
But your solution is to put Salah as a striker. Adi. Yeah.
By the way, I'm calm with that. We can actually do that if we get 2 gunmen wingers. So here's the thing. Don't get me no dribble winger or a winger who just crosses the ball, because Salah's 5'5". Don't cross the ball to Mo Salah. Let's just be real here. So if we have gunmen wingers, I believe Mo Salah, the thing that he's improved this season the most, and like from 17-18, is his playmaking. His I didn't attack anyone personally. You get me? I haven't attacked anyone personally. Calm down. You get me? You're lucky I like blonde. You're lucky I like blonde.
They're saying that you're the only one
Okay,
talking.
so put Salah down the middle. You get me? If we have 2 gunmen wingers, we cannot have no dribble merchant. And for me, see, I forgot what I wanted to say because you brought up that comment.
Dribble.
Right. So yeah, we need 2 gunmen wingers or a forward or a striker, basically.
Yeah, listen, before we move on from Liverpool to the bomb that dropped today, the best of Diaz is less than the worst of Sadio Mane. That's 100% true.
It's the fact.
That's 100% true. Gagan Deep saying Edwards need to prove himself a CEO like he did as SD slot appointment and
Sporting director
policy.
slot appointment and recruitment policy will be all on him. And if he fails and FSG enables the bullshit
BS
up with them. LFC doesn't need a rebuild.
Okay, Gang and I'm just gonna ask you a question. So why are Liverpool fans treating this as a rebuild then?
The delusional ones, not me.
Yeah, not you, but some Liverpool fans are okay waiting 2-3 years to challenge. Can you imagine?
Do you reckon it's because they're being conned by the Arsenal situation? Like, I think they need a refresh.
But that's different between Liverpool were challenging. Just like, what are we talking?
I don't. Yeah, but Bo, you're asking the question as to why they're happy with it, and I'm just trying to throw it out there. I don't know why they're happy. I'm on the side of you. Okay. I agree that they don't need a rebuild. I'm saying they're here for it. I think they need a refresh. I certainly think they need a couple players out, a couple players in, better players. But every club needs better players. That's the whole point. Every transfer window, you try and improve, right? So I think they need a refresh, but I don't think they need this whole rebuild. But, you know, they've obviously... Everything just stinks of a rebuild, though. They're getting a manager who, you know, looks like it's like a rebuild sort of situation. You know, the players that they're being linked with, like the Summervilles, is more of a development type of player rather than, right, it's going to come in and win us the league. Yeah. So the Liverpool fans who are probably saying they're going for a rebuild is because they're being told by the appointments and the signings that they're being linked with by the club that they're going to go through the rebuild.
Yeah.
Which is why I asked the question about if this is what the fans are thinking, what will the players be thinking? What will Van Dijk be thinking? What will Salah be thinking? What will Alisson be thinking? What will Trent be thinking? These guys want to win. So, you know, they've only got a year left on the contracts, all these guys. Do you know what I mean?
All of them, right? All of them have 1 year left. Trent, Van Dijk, and Salah, 2025.
You say that, Joe, right? But if Real Madrid comes sniffing in 18 months on a free transfer, who says no? If Liverpool are not competing in 18 months and Real Madrid knock on the door and say, come with Jude, you'll be our right back for the next 10 years at Real Madrid Football Club. Like,
that was an unnecessary dig there, LB.
What do you mean?
Do you think Trent, for example, HUSAM,
Trent will be made Liverpool captain. He won't leave in. Yeah, he won't.
Can I ask you something, Joe? Would you advise him to leave if Liverpool go into shits next season?
If they went into shit, yeah.
Yeah, you would advise him to leave Liverpool and go to like Real Madrid or something.
Why wouldn't he leave?
Yeah,
them?
but I don't, because he's a Liverpool lad, and I think sometimes we have to.
Sentimentality.
Do you think Foden would leave City?
Yeah.
If City drops off, Real Madrid
City won't drop like that. You will not hear the owners of Man City after Pep saying we're gonna rebuild.
1 second though, right? LB, put yourself. Let's just say there's a role reversal, and you're in Liverpool's situation. Do you genuinely believe that Foden would dip from City?
If City were to, Foden's a winner. Trent's a winner. These are some of the best young players around. If the teams fall off, yeah, and Real Madrid knock on the door,
But what's a fall off? What's a fall off?
Not challenging for the title, not challenging for the Champions League, which I don't think they'll do next year.
Okay, but how many times during Klopp's era have they not challenged for the title?
I'd say probably yes.
But they didn't want to go then.
No, but the point you're missing is he's out of contract in 18 months.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they will give him the bumper deal that he so rightly deserves, and he'll go, yeah, I'll take that. And when Van Dijk leaves, Trent, you're going to be Liverpool captain as well, and he'll go.
You might be right, but to say that there's no chance he'll ever leave when McManaman left, Owen left. I know Owen wasn't from Liverpool, but like
once a man can never read. Fuck Michael Owen.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, but the point is people are just like he'll never leave. Why would he never leave? Why would people just say
I just don't think
leave?
he would, but that's my opinion though.
If he's as good as people are saying, and Liverpool don't invest properly into this squad, and they don't compete, and Real Madrid come knocking, to say that he wouldn't even consider it, I mean, he would definitely consider it, and there's a good chance he might leave.
Real Madrid could turn anyone's head. Foden, Saka, Trent, whichever star boy you want, they could turn anyone's head. But it depends where Liverpool are, though. Like if Liverpool go back to challenging, competing, all that good stuff, then of course his head won't be turned. But if as you guys have been basically insinuating, Liverpool fall off and we're just crap again, so then yeah, of course he'll leave. The differences between those years is Trent was still on the come up. Liverpool FC as a football club itself was still on the come up. So at the start, we were becoming a top 4 club, establishing ourselves. Ever since we were ready to challenge, we've challenged in 18-19, 19-20. 2020, 2021, I still count that as a challenge, but we just fell off because of the injuries. That had nothing to do with like Klopp or Trent or whatever. The year after was the quadruple charge season. And last year was just crap. So we've challenged this year. So I'll probably say maybe 2 years we didn't challenge out of the 6. Out of the 5.
And let's be real. First part of the season, one of the best players in the league.
Who?
And Trent. And just to clarify again, just for the people in the chat, I'm not saying if Liverpool challenge and are successful, which I don't think they will be in the next year at least, then I don't think he'll leave. I don't think he's going to leave a successful Liverpool or a Liverpool that's challenging. But if Liverpool do have a dip and maybe fall out the Champions League for a year or two, then I think it's naive to suggest that if Real Madrid come knocking, as Sam said, Real Madrid can turn anybody's head. Yeah,
I mean anybody. I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah, I think there's a chance that he could go. So this is me having a dig. This is me saying to Liverpool fans that you need to get on your owners and you need to get on Edwards to buy players to compete. Otherwise, the players will leave. Unless he's got the mentality of Harry Kane and he's just happy to stay at Liverpool for the next 10 years. Even if
Joe, would you rather cross the ball to Nunez or Mbappe? Just say, if you're Trent.
Yeah, no,
that guy would break the assist record at Real Madrid, to be fair.
Sorry to bring it back here. Do you think Nunez will ever finish?
No.
Or do you think he's like Jackson and...
Yeah, he's in that.
I look at Jackson and I know it's a totally different level, but Bamford's similar. Like, Jackson gets a lot of praise of everything outside of his finishing, and Bamford gets the same, but he just can't get that fit. Sometimes he'll go on runs, right? And then just drop off. Do you think Nunez will ever get that? Or, like, LB, you're probably right, it's just born, isn't it, right?
I just think, I think that's, it's one of the oldest things people say is you're born with it. I think finishing is legit. You can work on it, you can refine it.
Yeah.
You can improve it.
When you're bad at it, like Nunez is bad at finishing, let's just be honest. It's like, I don't think you'll ever get to that level. Now, I'm not against maybe, trying him. You could play him on the wing potentially. I don't know. HUSAM maybe has got a view on that. But in terms of playing him as an out-and-out striker, I mean, maybe it wouldn't be as bad if they're left wing.
We should play him on the wing, on the selling wing, and get rid of him. And just get rid of the guy because I've had enough. We need to get rid of the guy for our own mental health. That's it. Just from a mental health perspective, it's time to leave. That's it. Simple as.
Who gets the blame for the Nunez one? Because I swear Van Dijk and that were like, you need to sign this guy, no? Were they also the same?
That one was a Klopp signing. Basically, ever since Edwards left, there has been an ego clash. because Klopp has refused to listen to Edwards. He started making the transfer decisions. Luis Diaz and Gakpo were transfers that were recommended by Pep Lenders, and this one was recommended by Jurgen Klopp, the Nunez one. Because if you remember the quadruple charge season, he played against us, Benfica, scored twice at Anfield. Klopp got a hard on and signed him in the summer. That's basically what happened.
Okay.
Mo, you say if you don't take money from the club, but when spending cap come in, you think they let the extra money stay in there. That no, I think that salary cap thing is gonna go into the people's. I think it will go into the owners' pockets, in my opinion, unless they invest it somewhere else.
So that's obviously great for these owners that don't want to win, innit? You know what I mean? They're buzzing with this rule.
Like I believe, like Man City owners will not take. They don't need the money from Manchester City. They will invest it somewhere else. You know what I mean? They won't take it. They will invest.
Well, this is why I've always been against the spending cap, because I've always said, where's that money that otherwise would have been spent? Where's it going? It's not going to be like, you know what I mean? If they said, right, well, all the money that we get that we can't spend, we'll knock it off the ticket prices. Great. We'll knock it off merch. Great. They're never going to do that. They're never going to do that. So where's the money going?
Yeah,
and they're not going to invest it all into the infrastructure of the football club either. So that's another thing that's just a myth. So where's the money going? And again, this is when teams vote these rules in, everyone at the time goes mint, but then it takes a few years for it to unravel, and then all of a sudden everyone goes, "Oh damn, these rules are not great." My question is on this salary cap. I probably don't want to go into it. It's like, where's the money going? Where's that money going? Like, what's going on here? If you can only spend 80% of your revenue, that extra revenue, where's it going? Like, I mean, what are they doing with it? So we'll find out. Yeah, exactly. So apparently that's better. That's apparently better for the league, better for the game. So if that's what they think, then fair dues. Who are we to disagree in it? But it'll all unravel in a few years, just like FFP did, isn't it?
The sport has went to the shit ever since they've trying to Americanize it more and more and more and more. The problem is when I used to watch the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, he used to come out and always use the Premier League as actually the positive example. He used to come out and go like, the Premier League is the best, blah, blah, blah. He used to come out and...
Why you're mocking the accent?
First of all, I'm imitating an American. What do you want me to sound like, an Arab? It doesn't work. So anyway, so he always used to come out and positively speak about,
Sorry.
he used to come positively speak about the Premier League, and now we're trying to do everything they're doing. I don't know what's next. Fucking drafts and trades, Liverpool have traded Nat Phillips for Summerville from Leeds and cash considerations. That's what they come out and say. So that's one.
Anyway, I don't think the salary cap is Americanizing the sport. I think it's very good. I think it provides very good level playing field, and I like it. I like it. The rest of the
level
money
playing
should
field
go
for Homo. Tell me.
Yeah, for who's your level?
between you, Manchester City, Arsenal. Between
How does this
Fulham.
make it a level playing field? This actually makes it worse for the smaller teams.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No,
Yes,
it
it does. Because go look at
How is
Luton's
the
revenue.
how is the spending
I'll tell
cap?
you
work?
how.
Can you
I'll tell you
explain
how.
to the people what is the spending cap so the people don't know? Go ahead, Fadlan. The mic is yours. Fadlan.
How can Luton Town?
Don't ask
spend
questions. Don't say
80%?
how. Just explain it first.
Luton. See, that's the problem. See how he interrupts. I gave a clear example that the clubs in the bottom will get annoyed by this more. Luton Town's revenue is not even like 10%, 5% of Liverpool or City's revenue or a Man United's revenue.
Yes.
So you're telling me Luton Town have got to work with a wage cap within that already like 5% smaller than like the bigger clubs, and they've got to only take 80% of it. That it's in itself, that's not a level playing field. That's even more like harsher financial rules to work around if you're a
What?
smaller club.
Okay.
Also, in
Because
Europe,
Smaller
it makes it
clubs
more
are
difficult.
screwed, Mo.
I think that's not how. I think you're misunderstanding that salary cap. The salary cap
There
is
you are.
basically
There you
the
are.
lowest team that makes the
I
money.
think you're
the
being
revenue,
racist because I'm from
times
the Middle East.
times five. That's the number they agreed on. Now that's your maximum that you can spend on transfers and wages through that year. That means if the Nottingham Forest guy can spend as much as Man City without looking at his revenue. Does that make sense?
No,
The
that's
problem-
not right. No,
the
that's not
problem,
right. That's not
the
right.
problem is gonna be UEFA. That's what the
not
salary
right.
cap is.
That's not right,
That's what
though,
the
Mo.
Explain.
You can spend up to 5 times the lowest
Yes,
team,
up to
but
five.
you can still only spend 80% of your revenue as well. That rule's not going away.
I thought that went
Nope.
away. That
No,
PSR
no,
is
no,
going
that's
to go
not
away.
going away.
So
No,
the
PSR's
PSR, they
staying.
aren't scraping PSR
It's
as well.
in tandem with each other, so you've still got the 80% of your revenue.
I thought,
But
okay, so
the-
I'm
the-
wrong
the-
then. I need to read more. I thought PSR is going to go away from the Premier League and it's
No,
only
the
going to be this guy.
PSR's staying, bro. It's in tandem with each other, and also Real Madrid can spend £100 million more than the top English team. So now we're at a disadvantage as well in Europe.
Okay.
I think as well though the 5 times your revenue only includes transfers, wages, and agent fees.
Agent fees.
Whereas
Yes.
before it encompassed everything, right? It encompassed operating costs a lot. Whereas this is
I thought
just
PSR
on-
is gone. I swear to God, LB.
No, PSR's not.
I
gone, it's
thought
there.
PSR is gone from the
No.
Premier League.
People are wrong. People are wrong. If you actually
It
read
is
the article,
80%.
I
It's
really, like,
staying.
man, I'm gonna
Unless
say-
you're in Europe, at which point it's 70%.
Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know, LB, but what I read is PSR is gone and it's replaced by this. The problem is FFP in Europe for the teams that want to play in Europe, they will have to do this 80%.
70%, yeah.
people are not right. There was people putting out information that thought that
Okay.
PSR's gone.
Maybe
It's
I
going to
read
be
one of these
replaced
sites.
with the anchoring rule, but you're still not
Yeah.
you're still not allowed to spend more than 80% of your revenue in 2025, 2026.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of
Maybe-
misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation being put out saying it's just going to be you can spend 5 times the bottom team. That's not correct. Because if you think about it, yeah, that means Luton Town can spend £500 million a year.
Yeah,
That's
you're
not right.
Actually, if they scrape PSR,
Exactly.
people go bankrupt.
If you
People
think,
go
if you think I'm
bankrupt,
wrong,
yeah.
if you think I'm wrong, then effectively what you're saying is Luton Town can spend £500 million
Yeah,
a
and
year.
they can go
in 2
bankrupt
years.
in the
It's
next
not.
year right away.
Exactly. It's not.
Yeah.
Luton Town can spend up to £500 million, but they're capped as well by 80% of their
LB, I know
revenue.
what the anchor. I know what the anchor is. The anchor. That's why Chelsea are in trouble. You're only allowed to have 40% of your spending on the wages. That's
Well,
why
Chelsea
Chelsea are the only club that has
Correct.
70% of their spending as wages. Everyone else in the Premier League.
Yeah.
it's 50%.
Chelsea, if the rules were in place this year, Chelsea were the only club in the Premier League this year to have failed the rules. If they were in place this year,
Yes.
but they're not. They're in place.
If the salary thing of 50%, I think it's 45 to 50.
Chelsea will just make up a hotel to sell, basically. That's what they'll do again. Hotel
Well,
Chelsea.
that's not even been signed off, so I don't even know what's going on with that. That was meant to be signed
Anyway,
off within 10 days, and it's
I-
10 months later.
Okay, forget Liverpool now. There is a very big thing, like Declan Rice said yesterday.
We forget Liverpool. Don't expect us.
خلاص انت you're gonna go to be outside of the top 4.
No, say it respectfully. Say we'll move on from Liverpool. Don't say forget Liverpool.
Okay, the world will move on from Liverpool because they're gonna go back into 2009, 2010, and all these.
It's like the
stuff.
world moved on from the Serie A. No one can name
Yeah,
5
of course,
players.
of course. The difference between me and you, I'm not delusional.
Yeah, your
and I
league's
know
dead.
that happened. I know that happened, right?
League's dead.
I know that happened. That's why I'm working in the Premier League.
Juventus is much bigger.
See, that's a yeah. See,
There you
the
go.
Juventus are much bigger than Inter. AC Milan are bigger than Inter. Fine, absolutely fine.
No problem.
You
I
know,
don't have any
problem.
club to say that about. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not allowed.
don't. You don't.
Carry on now.
You don't. Absolutely. That what Declan Rice. The reason why that Declan Rice thing surfaced, that he chose Arsenal over Manchester City. Now Arsenal have said, okay, there is a couple of super chats related to this, but the Bruno Guimaraes thing yesterday, it is said in the reports that Arsenal are trying to get funds to get Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle if they're sold. The question here for the panel and for everybody in the chat: what's better for Bruno Guimaraes? Replace Thomas Partey in Arsenal and be a starter in Arsenal, or go to Man City and be the guy that is backup to Rodri? Why you're muted, LB? For some reason
He wouldn't be backup at City.
He won't.
No.
You don't think so? You think he would start for you?
He'll play a lot of games.
Okay, but you think he's gonna be the main guy?
He'll be
In
one
the,
of the
like
main
not the
guys.
main guy. What I mean, he's gonna be a starter every game. Like Rodri, if Rodri's fit, he starts. Am I wrong?
No, you're right, yeah.
Okay. Bruno Guimaraes is going to
But
come.
he has
He's
to
going to
start.
play.
We've got no one else that can play that role. So, which is one of the reasons we need to.
But
Still
my
have
point,
someone,
he's going to
they
be.
sent
He's
him
going
to
to be
West
the
Ham.
guy that gives the rest to Rodri. Is that fair
He'll
to
also
say?
he'll play in the Gundogan role.
Oh, he's going to play in the 8. You mean instead of Kovacic,
He'll-
Matheus Nunes?
He'll play instead of Kovacic and Matheus Nunes. Yeah, I think
All
one
right.
of them will go.
But
That's what I would imagine.
He's a DM.
If I'm Bruno,
yes, if you're
I'm going
Bruno.
Arsenal every day of the week.
So you think Declan Rice made the right
Go
choice?
on, Joe.
Go on, tell us.
I'm going Arsenal every day of the week because for me, what they're building there, and this isn't to throw any shade towards City.
You will, but we know.
He's about to do
No,
it.
it's
He's
not,
about to
but-
do it. You know that when he says that, he's about to do it.
Nah. But my point,
With all due respect, you're about
this
to do
isn't El Awa. No, but I just think what they're building there is I hate to say this, but it's a little less manufactured. Like it's
With all due respect to City.
Let me
Nah,
read one.
nah.
I'm about to disrespect the whole.
What do you mean
Man
by
City
that, though?
Football
Manufactured?
Club.
Like, what does that even mean?
So what I mean by that is like Arsenal can't just have anybody, whereas City literally can have anybody they want. So I think as a project, right now, Arsenal is a more exciting project than what City.
Can I just say they spent
Yeah, go
£100
on,
million
Lee. Go
on
on.
Rice last year, and now they're spending
Yeah.
£100 million on Bruno, but they can't have anyone.
No, I'm gonna tell you. No,
I
I'm
hear
gonna-
what you're saying,
Joe,
LB.
Joe,
I get
He's
it.
spent 700
Can I
million
add,
quid
can
since
I
he's
add
been there,
something?
Arteta,
So can I
for
add
4
something
years.
that I said to Martin yesterday? If Arsenal have signed
Martin who?
Matthias
City or Arsenal?
Kovacic and Matthias Nunes, Martin Man City yesterday. If Arsenal have signed Kovacic and Matthias Nunes in one summer, they would not have been able to go the next summer and go and say, well, it didn't work. We're going to sign Paquetá and Bruno Guimaraes.
Right, okay, so now we're being
Yeah.
told that they
Yeah, they
signed
couldn't-
Gabriel
yeah, yeah.
Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko 2 seasons ago, and now apparently Jesus is potentially leaving in the summer. They want a new 9. They signed Rice for 100 million quid last year. They're now being linked with Bruno this year, but they're different. They do it different. Arteta spent 700 million pound in 4 years, but they do it different. Like at the end of the day, everyone spends money, and there's
Joe
this
has
myth
woken
that
the
goes
monster.
wrong. It's actually wild, man. Like, are we really doing this? Like, they literally spend so much cash, just like everyone else. Yet we just get told that, oh, we can't compete with City because they spend all this money. All right, sign another £100 million player then. And then with the same thing next year. If they don't win the league next year, they'll sign another player for 100 million. It's like, oh, well, Arsenal can't compete with Manchester City. All right, okay, keep on signing £100 million players then. It's wild.
So can I ask? So why do you think Rice chose Arsenal over City?
Because Arsenal approached him early in 2023. Arteta,
He didn't say that. You know, he didn't say that. You know, there was an interview yesterday. He didn't say that, LB.
So that's I don't think that's fair, LB, because Crystal Palace could approach someone now, but then Man City come right at the end. They're going to go Man City, and I know that's wrong comparison, but I don't think it's odd just because he came sooner.
No, maybe, but well, you don't know that for a fact. Arsenal approached Declan Rice back in like March of last year. I know that for a fact. Yeah, I know that for a fact. City didn't contact Rice. We was going after Jude Bellingham like Liverpool were. We had different targets, right? And we also didn't realise we was going to lose Ilkay Gundogan. Now we stuck in with Jude Bellingham all the way until the very end, until we got rejected for Real Madrid. Fairs, we had to go for him. Everyone sees what Liverpool wanted him. We wanted him. Yeah, you know why everyone wanted him. Look what he's doing at Real Madrid. By the time that had been done, the transfer window was already open. 5 months later, we spoke to Rice's camp, and clearly we said, like, well, do you want to come here? But he'd already made his mind up. Like, so yeah, I'm not saying he did. He rejected us, but he rejected us because of the project that Arteta had bought into him. Arteta and Arsenal was on him for months and months and months. City weren't. So by the time we went for him, he'd already made his mind up. And he rejected us. I'm not saying he did reject us. I'm just saying that's effectively what happened.
So Rice preferred the project at Arsenal?
Well, possibly. He might have felt more wanted because City was second, third choice on the list.
Yeah.
Who knows? They could be.
Factor.
Yeah, well,
That's what Joe said.
There could
No,
be
no,
many
no. What
different
he
reasons.
said, LB, is that he was, which is, I think it's fair. He was given a central rule at Arsenal, right? While at Manchester City, nobody is guaranteed to play unless even Rodri, when he joined Man City, he had to learn from Fernandinho. Nobody is guaranteed a position at Manchester City. No
Mhm.
one. No one goes to Manchester City and they're like, oh, I'm starting. It doesn't matter. Even Jack Grealish at 100 million, he had to learn. He had to wait for his chance. And maybe Declan Rice just wanted to be the centerpiece. And he is a centerpiece.
Maybe. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just telling you the facts. I'm telling you what happened. But now, but the actual reason as to why he decided to reject City and go to Arsenal, I don't know. Maybe it
Would
was
you
because he
advise
liked
Bruno
City.
Guimaraes to go to Man City or Arsenal if you remove your Man City
Yeah,
hat?
if you're the player.
Now,
If
now,
you
now
are,
I would
you
tell him
remove
to
your
go
Man
City.
City hat and tell us you're an advisor to Bruno Guimaraes. Arsenal are on the table. Man City are on the table, right? You know all the news about Pep Guardiola. He's leaving. He's staying. It's unsure. What would you advise Bruno Guimaraes to do?
I'd ask him a question. Do you want to win trophies or not?
There you are.
But the project.
Well, hang on a minute. You guys
Go on.
can throw dicks out to
Sorry.
my football club, but then when I throw one out to Arsenal, it's like what are we
Okay,
doing here?
so to clarify what you said, what you just said is that you don't believe Arsenal will win trophies. You
I'm
just
saying
said that.
if you want success and you want trophies, historically over the last period of Pep Guardiola versus Arteta, Pep wins trophies, Arteta doesn't.
Okay, okay. So Bruno Guimaraes, you're advising Bruno Guimaraes. You don't think you're gonna tell him, bro. I don't think this Arsenal team are gonna win trophies, bro. You have to go to City. They're guaranteed trophies. This Arsenal team aren't gonna win trophies. Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, I would say if you go to Manchester City, you're more likely to win trophies at Manchester City than Arsenal.
But don't
I
you
mean,
think? Go ahead, Joe.
How is that a controversial statement? The guy's
No,
won an
I
FA
guess
Cup.
it's
It's not a controversial thing.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
Exactly.
I don't think it is at all.
That's what I'd say. Do you want trophies? You might win trophies at Arsenal. Who knows? But historically, the evidence tells you Pep Guardiola wins trophies and Arsenal under Arteta don't. There you go.
Can I?
But nobody will tip him to go to Liverpool. That's for sure. That's a different story.
Will
for sure.
Bruno?
So you can't
actually
even let
leave
Joe and
Newcastle?
LB have a conversation without involving.
يا اخي
Let them
بقول
have
جوك
it.
يا اخي انت وري I can't have jokes on my channel يا اخي.
And I have Arne Slot
يعني
as
I
the
sit
man.
on
There's no
القهوة
joke.
for a bit like I'm silent listening to Hamza for half an
Joe
hour.
told you this isn't Tahwa.
يا اخي let me say one joke يا اخي for 1 second. تفضل Joe. Go ahead.
No, but do we know that he'll leave Newcastle though? Because with the changes now, spending cap wise and that, can they not like throw cash about a little bit more now? Because he's fallen in love with that Newcastle fan base, by the way, and they've fallen in love with him.
It
Do you
depends
want
on
it?
the
Do you
team in the
think he should
Champions
stay,
League.
Joe?
comes
Do you think
from.
he should stay at Newcastle?
Well, if they can spend, then yes, because they're the richest club in the bloody world. So if we're talking about, oh, well, you can guarantee, eventually Newcastle will get to that top table and he will be the guy. So
Actually, don't.
Well,
like
yeah,
him.
but the thing is how long is he prepared to wait? I think not getting Champions League hurt Newcastle in that regard, because you know if he's been offered the chance now to join Arsenal or City, like he's 26, getting on 27. Like how long is he going to stay at
That's
Newcastle before he goes? I need to win. Like players want to win trophies, man. You know what I mean? And you know when you get to 26,
Right,
27,
not
you
Declan
need to.
Rice, though. Not Declan Rice.
Not Declan Rice. He just likes London. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but like you know, players want to win trophies. So
Look at this
I
guy.
think,
How
like
he
I
made
say,
it a London thing. You're so fraudulent.
He
made it a London thing.
amazing. He's like, yeah, he likes London. He doesn't like.
That's all I had to say when the Caicedo stuff happened. He liked London. Okay, I'm gonna take
Yeah,
it.
bro, that's it, innit? That's it, man. But yeah, I don't know where Bruno's going. I'd like him at. I prefer Kimmich. You know what I mean? I think Kimmich would be a better option for us, and I don't. He has been linked with us. He mentioned Pep. He named Pep the other day in an interview. He's only got a year left on his deal. It's his big last contract. If he wants to move away from the Bundesliga, now is the
He's
time.
not going to stay with Ranić, is he? Surely he goes.
Well, apparently he's not even getting Ranić now. I don't even know what
Oh,
they're
they're
doing
not?
there.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I'm surprised with
the news today is that Kranich is not even going there.
he's staying at Austria. Yeah, so I don't know. And he'd probably be half the price to Bruno as well. You know what I mean? So I prefer Kimmich over him. But then obviously there's this João Neves kid at Benfica who I've not seen a lot of. He looks decent, but he's young, 19. Again, 100 million quid for a 19-year-old. Played 70 games. That's a risk. So yeah, in my top three, it would be it would be Kimmich, Bruno, and then it'd be that João Neves kid because I ain't really seen too much of him.
You know, Nunes, obviously, it's not gone well. Are you in a position where you say move him on now already?
It's annoying with Nunes, right? Because it was a panic buy, yeah. And
but Pep rated him, right? He's on record as rating him.
yeah, he rated him, but it just doesn't. He doesn't fit the way we play, man. Like our midfielders are all about like keeping the ball, being like secure with it. You know what I mean? And he just like does all these mad turns, like on the edge of his box and that, and like he just sprints forward with it. He's not really a City player, but I think he's mint, mate. I think he's a top player. I think he suits Liverpool more than City, honestly. I think he's more of a Klopp player than a Pep Guardiola player. But I don't know. I'd like to keep him because he's something different. But I don't know. I'd be surprised if we keep Kovacic and Nunes.
I wanted them 2 years ago, Matheus Nunes.
He's a good player, don't get me wrong. He just doesn't really play in that City mold.
In that what? In that pass back style.
Passed back.
Yeah, the sideways passing. You know what I mean? He doesn't do that. He just likes taking man on. But that's decent when you're in the opposition half or whatever. But he does it on the edge of our box. Just a bit risky. But he's a good player, Nunes. I like him.
That's why Phil Foden should leave.
Oh my God.
I swear.
But this is the thing, right? And again, this is the thing, and this is the
bro.
point
I'm not
about-
rattling anyone, bro. He himself just said it, bro. He
Arsenal
said
Avenger, bro,
so
put
he
that
said
comment.
Nunes doesn't suit the pass around football. He just said it. Keep ball passing around. It's not Mo. It's LB, bro. Biggest Man City content creator out there. Just sat here and said that, bro.
My guy LB, man. You made it.
But do you know what though, right? And again, I don't mean this to say that. But Arsenal's Avengers put up a great comment, and that's not at LB to say he's entitled. Believe me, I'm not saying that. But my point is, they are able to just dispose of these players willy-nilly, whereas other football clubs aren't. You can't just buy Nunes, Kovacic one summer and then go, they're shit. Let's go get Bruno and thingy and then get rid of them. That's not...
Why can't...
Hey,
why
study
can't
Nunez
we-
and Diaz, to be fair.
Can I ask
I'll
can I
tell
ask
you
you a
why.
question?
I tell you why,
Let
LB,
me-
and then
one
you go on.
sec.
Can I tell you why?
Well, can I not respond first?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
fair.
Because you asked us why.
Well,
You say
why can't a team sign a player for 25 million in Kovacic and then a year later sell that player and buy another player? Why can't other teams do that?
No. So you're talking Kovacic, Nunes, though, right? We said Nunes as well. I just feel this is my point, though. It's like it's almost like trading fucking Pokemon cards with your mates. It's like, yeah, I don't want that one. I know shiny one. Bam. There's no sort of like, let's build something. We've got a project. We're going to go on this journey together. It's almost like, well, that player didn't work, so now we're going to bring that instead of saying, how can we make this player work?
But if the
How
player's
can
not
we-
good enough, though, why would you
Yeah.
keep?
Do you
them?
think Kovacic is not good enough, though? Is
No.
he-
I keep Kovacic. I'm just saying, if we bring in another midfielder, then I doubt we can keep them both. That's what I'm saying. I think one of them have to leave, not because they're not good enough. They're both good players.
Yeah.
But why do we get in this situation where if we sign a player and they're not good enough, that we have to keep them and keep trying and working it out? You know what I mean? Like that's the wrong. If you identify that you've signed a player and they're not right for the football club, sell them and get someone else. Don't take 4 or 5 years. Keep on trying and then go, oh, actually, it didn't really work out.
Yeah, but that's not the world we exist in, LB. That's your world. That's not my world.
Yeah.
We've
yeah.
had
why
it
can't
with
it
the
be
rest of the
Darwin.
world, the rest of the
Why
world
can't
don't
it
work
be
like
your
this.
world? Why can't you sell?
Because
players?
it's just not tenable. Like that's just not what our teams do. Like it's just not tenable for us just from a financial perspective. Like full stop. We just can't
If
do
it
that.
was, right, if it was for Sam, Man United wouldn't still have Anthony Martial. They wouldn't. They'd be selling Anthony this summer. They still wouldn't have Rashford. And that's Manchester United. So then people in the chat who go, this is what real clubs do. It ain't. City are an anomaly. City are an anomaly because Man United wouldn't have all that dead wood. You know, other clubs have. Unfortunately, it happens, right? We have dead wood. And I think Husam's bang on. Like, it's not. Like, my club couldn't do that. My club couldn't, if we'd signed someone and, you know, we signed Joe Pirro, 12 million. I know it's nowhere near comparable. He's came in, he's scored 40 goals over 2 seasons in the championships. Come to Leeds United, don't fit our system, we'd all sell him. But guess what? We can't just throw 12 million down the drain. We have to make him work.
But do you know why?
No,
huh?
but you wouldn't
know
sell
why?
it that. You wouldn't be throwing it down the drain, though, Joe. You'd get money.
Yeah, but you won't get the 12 million you paid for him.
But you know
maybe
why
not,
they will
but
get
if-
LB? Just let me take this easy. Do you know why they get the money back, Joe? Right?
Go on.
Because they're the most successful club in the world now. So people, even their failed players, people
Still-
would pay money to
yeah.
buy them. That's what you get when you're a winner. When you're with Pep Guardiola, anyone, Ferran Torres, they bought him. The guy felt homesick, right?
Yeah.
Didn't work out for him. They sold him. They got their money back. That's the difference between when you're a winner, right? Like Pep Guardiola, like Manchester City. That's the reality now. You go to Manchester City, it doesn't work out for you. Man City will sell you as a winner, and they will get probably 80% of their money back. So the losses are less. While you go to Arsenal and it doesn't work, you go to Liverpool and it doesn't work, you'll get maximum 50% of your money back. So it doesn't work. So that means you have to stick with this person. It's either you make them a winner or you become a winner. And no one can become as much winners as Manchester City nowadays. That's the facts.
You know what LB sounded like there when he went on the rant? You know, there was this Love Island contestant, Molly May. She came out, she was under a lot of heat like 2 years ago. But she was
Everyone's
like,
got the
yeah, I
same
didn't
24
grow up.
hours.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in poverty, but we all have the same 24 hours in a day. If you're poor, just buy a house. That's
Well,
what
for,
LB
exa-
sounds
well, for
like, you know?
example, well, for example,
Like, oh, you can be a
Arsenal,
football
yeah.
player. My brother, I have to watch Darwin Núñez, possibly even a third year next year. God
Yeah,
forbid.
but there's a difference though with
He
Darwin
hasn't
Núñez.
been
though.
here long enough.
Hang on a
Like,
minute.
I could go on and on and on.
Yeah, but
You
there's
know,
a
we cannot
difference.
just make mistakes. Naby Keita, prime example. You could tell from a year in, it's like he's just not him. Same thing with, like, you could go on with the Oxlade-Chamberlain injuries. Same shit. I could go on and on and on with this players. Matip, made from Weetabix, played like a average of, like, 10 games a season. Like, we could have got rid of him long ago. But this is the type of stuff that I tell you. Like, you've got to make do with your mistakes. At other football clubs, LB, if you make a mistake, you live with it. At your football club, if you make a mistake, you correct it the summer after. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, but you're making big mistakes. You made an
We are.
£80 million mistake with Núñez, so that is more difficult to rectify. 100%. Naby Keita, 60 million. That is more difficult to rectify. What mistakes have we made over the years? Calvin Phillips,
Danilo.
40 million. Who?
Danilo,
Danilo's not a
Phillips,
mistake.
Mendy.
Hassan Danilo was
What's the
okay.
name of that centre back?
Mendy was an isolated incident, and we know why that was. We're
Mangala.
gonna get into that.
No, but you wanted to sell him that summer anyway, even before that stuff happened. Mangala is another one. Calvin
Took you a
Phillips.
while to get your fullbacks right, didn't it, LB? You
Yeah.
signed a lot of fullbacks, man.
Yeah.
We signed. Who did we sign? We signed Kyle Walker, Mendy, which was an isolated incident. We're not going to get into that.
Danilo, Zinchenko.
Zinchenko was a million. Hang on a minute.
Claudio Bravo.
Wait a sec. You signed Zinchenko for 1.5 million
Yeah. But
and
look,
sold him for 30 million.
I actually don't think that fullback situation is as bad as people make it, because at the end they got Danilo, and that's what a winner does. They got Danilo, he won,
Cancelo.
and that's the problem. When they wanted to get rid of Danilo, they just exchanged them with Cancelo, and they paid like 25 million, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
That's a very good business. That's a very good, because Cancelo was a success.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
people just
defending
go
Man
on,
City
like,
here, by the way.
No, I know you are. But this is what I'm saying. Like, people go on we make all these bad mistakes, and that when they go wrong, we can just go, oh, I don't matter.
No one said that, LB. No one said that.
That's
But
exactly what people
you're
are saying.
privileged.
No.
you're rich,
I
because
don't
you
think
win.
City make a lot of mistakes in the transfer window. But the point is, when you do make them, you can rectify them a year later. That's the point.
But one of the mistakes you mentioned,
only
then
thing
Claudio Bravo, was 7 years ago.
Yeah, but
But no one does what you did. You had Joe Hart. You bought Claudio Bravo one season. It didn't work. You went and spent 50 million on another goalkeeper. That doesn't happen in any. Like, I've never. And
So
Claudio
we
Bravo stayed
replaced the
as a
goalkeeper.
bro. You bought
I
Claudio
mean-
Bravo, who was a Barcelona goalkeeper, bro. Right? You
And
bought.
he come to City and he was fucking awful. So we got
Exactly.
rid of him.
And
Right move.
you didn't get rid of him. He stayed as a bench player for Ederson. Nobody. Imagine if Liverpool bought Alisson and then Alisson turned out to be shit. Next season they go and buy £50 million goalkeeper. I've never seen this.
Okay,
That is the situation that I've never
okay,
seen.
To be
okay, so
fair,
how
well,
much did Liverpool?
Arsenal did it this year with Raya and.
How much did
Bro,
Liverpool buy?
Ramsdale
But
has-
even then, they got
Yes.
him on loan.
On
How
loan,
much did-
Joe.
How much did Alisson cost Liverpool?
£70 million.
How much did Bravo
Why do you
cost
like to
Manchester
add
City?
money, Mo?
I thought
60,
it's 70
calm
million. خلاص 60.
No,
How much? And how much did
Why
Bravo
you
cost
cry about 10
Manchester
million?
City?
You
Because
always,
the poor
anytime
club-
Liverpool make a transfer, he
No one
likes
answered
to
the
add.
question because they
Where are
don't
you
want to
adding
answer the
from,
question.
really?
Answer the question, Mo. How much did Bravo cost Manchester City?
Not a lot, I don't think. I don't know.
14 million quid. So, you know, in the Premier League now, that's 14 million quid for a backup goalkeeper. We're really saying that's mad. So I'm sorry that we bought a 14 million pound goalkeeper. 14 million. He turned out to be ass. So we went and signed another goalkeeper for 30 million. Both cheaper than combined, both cheaper than Alisson at Liverpool, both cheaper than Kepa at Chelsea, both cheaper than Onana.
Kepa was a mistake, though.
Yeah, no, he was a mistake. Well, this is what I'm saying. It was a big mistake. I'm saying our mistakes are lower than your mistakes. Our mistakes, we talk about 14 million pound Bravo. Our biggest mistake in the years has been Calvin Phillips at 40 million pound. Your biggest mistakes have been Nunes at 80 million, Naby Keita at 60 million.
He's not 80. He's not 80, brother.
80 million euros.
No. So now you want to deal in euros.
Yeah, man.
Fantastic.
Now you want to
bro.
deal in euros. So
Okay.
how much is Claudio Bravo in euros then? 20
It's like-
million. Let's go euros.
He's a billion pound Indian rupees.
Yeah, like
It's a
why not
billion
deal
pound Indian
in
rupees.
You want to deal in
Do-
The
do-
game,
do-
game, man.
Do you
LB
think?
Brexit means Brexit, man. Pound.
Do you think if you'd have done the Kepa deal though, you'd have sat on him for as long as you did, LB?
No.
Yeah, I very much doubt that we would have, because there's no way because everyone will go, of course you wouldn't have done, but there's no evidence to suggest that.
I guess not.
People always say that we made a mistake with Grealish. We
I
stuck
don't
with him.
agree.
He's still playing our main left wing when he's fit.
Yeah.
But apparently he's a mistake. But we don't just go and replace him straight away, did we? So the evidence doesn't support people going, yeah, you would have just replaced him because that's what you'd have done. There's no evidence to suggest that.
This whole
Calvin
narrative
Phillips-
around Grealish being a mistake is not, by the way.
Bro,
He
and
just
again,
changed his game. That's
more
all.
evidence. Calvin Phillips,
Changed
that was
it to
clear
the worst.
mistake. We still don't
Yeah,
have a
maybe for the
replacement.
worst, but not for City's perspective in terms of controlling the game, man.
Yeah. In terms of
You know what
pass,
I mean?
pass.
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, it's about 850 people here. Can we get to 400 likes, people? 400 like that and underneath the live chat. Let's do some of these super chats. Andrew saying, no, we did that already. Aya saying, Sam, it's not going to shit. You just can't cope with the changes. Change is inevitable. Learn to adapt, my friend. Why don't you want to learn? Why
I
don't you
will.
want to learn?
It's time to bring trades and drafts to the Premier League.
Yeah, oh. And it's just about this Americanize your buzzword. Oh, we're gonna Americanize the sport.
And your buzzword is being devil's advocate, so hold that.
No, it's not. I'm not being devil's advocate here. By the way, and I've not been one time devil's advocate here. And by the way, this devil advocate shit has to stop. You can clearly see LB doesn't understand. Can you respect Super Chat?
Go ahead, Mo. Go
Didn't
ahead.
you say that all the time on your shows?
Go ahead.
When you can clearly see LBE doesn't understand money, why would Luton want to spend 500 million when they are going to get hit in the next financial cycle?
That's not what I said, bro. But thanks for the super
Not
chat,
what he
bro.
said.
Appreciate it.
Can I
He just said that if Luton spend 500 million, they don't have the money to spend that, so they will get bankrupt. They'll have to take loan and they'll have to pay it back. The owner doesn't have that much money, because how are you going to spend that much money if you don't have it? It's as simple as that.
You
Your
all have the
revenue-
same 24 hours in a day, man.
Can I just?
Empty-
Can I, go on,
No,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
I mean,
just Mancunian way. I think it's Martin said simple.
It's
Get
Martin.
your clubs simple. Get your clubs to scout better. Simple, but like, what players are City scouting that other clubs aren't aware of?
Well, we signed our best defender this year, Akanji, 15 million euros.
Right, but everyone.
that's not
Everyone knew
scouting,
about
by the way.
Akanji.
Everybody knew who Akanji was.
Well, why didn't no one else sign him then?
No, I agree with
Because
that.
he
mate.
wasn't good, and Pep Guardiola
what's-
made him good.
Oh, so it's Pep Guardiola. Finally, the lights are coming on.
No, I get that, LB. I agree
What
with
do
you.
you mean,
No,
like,
because
we always say that. We
Man
always say
United,
that, LB.
yeah, no, I get where LB's coming from, because any other club could have picked up a Kanji for 15 million and seen what abilities he
from
did
Borussia
have.
Dortmund is
But my
crazy,
point
bro.
is, what does get better? I don't understand that. If I say get better scouting by going to pick up bloody 15-year-olds from Leeds United paying over $1 million for them, you know, because you can't chat to that. Is that what we're saying? Because then again, it becomes a money thing for me. It's a case of we've got all the money, so we'll just go buy all the best young players from around the country. People can't even grow their own academies anymore, unfortunately, because the top 6 clubs just go seek boom, we're having them. And before you know it, yeah, it's all just going to fold in on itself. Now we're talking about the haves and have-nots again and society and everything. Burn it all fucking down, man.
Bro,
That's
someone
all
in
I
the
say.
chat
Sorry.
said Ruben Diaz. I've never seen someone scout from Benfica and Porto, bro. They play Champions League, bro. That's
I think
not
the point.
scouting,
No,
bro.
I think the point that he's making is that they're buying players for a lot of money, and a lot of them are not working out.
We scouted
And-
Allison.
And no, fucking hell. I'm not saying every player is not. What I'm saying is City's mistakes are smaller than other teams' mistakes, and they're lower value than other teams' mistakes. When we go big, they work.
Because Pep Guardiola's a genius in hiding people's flaws.
Well, that might be true. That
He's
might
amazing.
be true. Well, but again, Pep Guardiola, innit?
Someone has put Ake. Ake. He was at Chelsea, man.
But again, the point is, why did no one else sign him?
No,
He
but
was a
Chelsea
play- he was a-
did. Chelsea did.
And
Didn't think
yeah,
he was
that
good
is-
enough. Went to Bournemouth, but a lot of clubs would have took him. City didn't scout Ake.
But why did other clubs not sign Ake then? Why did other clubs not sign Akanji?
Right. Okay.
Why nobody signed Mohamed Salah? Why nobody signed Mane? Why nobody
We
signed
scouted
Firmino?
them.
We can say the same, LB. That's not scouting. Scouting is Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, but it's decision making, isn't it? Decision making.
By the way,
This is what-
scouting and getting someone is like Doku, for example, who
Shall I tell you who the best scouters in the Premier League? Brighton.
Yes, that's scouting.
That's scouting. That's picking up players like or Leicester when they picked up Mahrez and Conte from lower leagues in France and turning them into £100 million players. That's scouting. Picking up Harry Maguire from Sheffield
you are
United.
correct.
Yeah.
You're correct, but it's also done under less pressurous circumstances than Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, United.
No, I get that, but my point is that's scouting.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Not just
100%
picking
agree.
up a player that used to play at Chelsea, went to a other Premier League club, and then came back to another top 6 club. That's not scouting.
No, I agree with what you're saying, but I also suggest that if City would have bought those players or Liverpool would have bought those players, would they have still been that good at those clubs?
No, I would argue not, but that's because of Pep, right?
And also the fact that they played under much more pressure. As you can see with Caicedo, you can see with Cucurella, you know what I mean? These players who have left Brighton and gone on, like, how many of them are...
Okay. I need to discuss the Conte thing because we don't want to stay here forever until tomorrow. It will be aligned with UEFA's FSR, not PSR. Well, okay. To be honest, if LB says it will be aligned with something, I believe LB because he read about it. Because Man City will have to know all about their finances and stuff because of the situation they're in. So I'll believe LB MT. Bruno's 80 million.
The super chat, and you just said "fuck you." LB is right, basically, to the super chat. There you are. This guy's watching from Singapore. Can you have some respect? You know what the time is in Singapore right now? It's like midnight.
The one that says I'm disrespecting them is the one that is actually disrespected them. I just responded and gave him enough time for his money spent to respond to the super chat. Give him a good time. AMT, thank you so much for the support.
Big up to you.
Thank you so much. Don't listen to this guy. Uchi saying Bruno's 80 million, not 100 million. Okay, good.
Bruno who? Guimaraes?
Yeah. I thought maybe. Isn't there a release clause or something? 100 million. We'll see how it goes. City also had Gundogan at the time. It's different. I think he's talking about when City had got some players or something. But yeah, Ian, so thank you for the super chat. Can someone clarify the super chat a little bit? Tevin, thank you, Tevin, for the channel. Pep inherited the team with cornerstones and spent to add more. Arteta spent to rebuild the entire squad. Stop comparing, LB. We caught up. You added on. That's very fair.
Yeah, you caught up with us, man, 100%.
So they did.
They caught up to us, man. They did catch up to us, bro.
What if they win the league, bro? What if they win the league, man? Do you think they will, LB?
Who, Arsenal?
Yeah.
I think they got a good chance of winning the league. I think a lot of people are downplaying the chance of winning it.
Bro, you're not gonna drop. If you drop points from here, you're a bottle job.
No, you can't call them.
I wouldn't say it's
Man
a bottle
City.
job, but
Man City.
You
Playing
can't call-
Spurs. Playing
Everyone
Fulham.
doesn't have to
playing,
be a bottle job, man.
We have to say it once about Man City, bro. Come on. Just give us
Why?
a-
Just 'cause you
said
got
it.
one
give
chance.
us a chance, bro. Give us a chance, yeah. Give us a chance.
Just say they bottled the Champions League, then. I don't know.
They
They
didn't.
didn't do that on
To be
penalties.
honest, they
did
didn't because they lost
Yeah.
on penalties. I can
Yeah,
see them do
exactly.
that. There is a difference between keeping and trying to sell. Yeah, the problem. This is very important. Liverpool somehow they keep the player. They don't try to sell them, and that's different. If you try to sell and fail, that's different. But Liverpool keep the players, and you have some complained about this 100,000 times about the sentimental thing. Can we talk about Simon Jordan racist comments about Mo Salah? Disgrace.
I don't
I
know
ain't seen
nothing.
it. What's he
I-
said?
Okay, no, he literally just said, I just read it. He said he's a weather, I don't know what, a fair weather player. Can you guys explain what that means to me?
So
Fair weather.
fair weather. You can have fair weather friends. You can have fair weather fans that just come and go. That's what fair weather is. It's like an English statement. So if you're fair weather, it's like, oh, I might be your friend because you've got, something exciting going on in your life. But as soon as the shit hits the fan, do you know what? I'm off because I'm not really a
Yeah.
real friend.
Why is that racist though?
No, it's
Summers?
not. It's
I don't know.
not.
It's not
I don't-
racist at
it's
all.
That doesn't sound racist.
It's just an idiotic comment from him. He called him he's not world class. He's a diver. He's not a good player. It's an idiotic comment from him.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's racist.
Fairweather is
girls-
crazy considering he's the one that's actually stayed from all the people who were expecting to leave.
Yeah, Simon Jordan just likes to be edgy. That's why he has his new podcast now.
Yeah.
That's why you guys should subscribe to our channels and watch us instead.
Yes, our channels is better than Talk Sports, of course. Just Joe Football Show. It's LB and more LB, and this is football. Ilahwa tonight is gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna
I
be
can't
crazy.
wait. I can't wait.
Watch
It's my
out.
nighttime.
It's gonna be crazy, bro. Especially with the Conte news. Ederson moved from 40 to 34 million. Why does that make a
You're
difference?
saying 40 million euros equals 34. or
40.
something.
Okay, 34 million pounds only for Ederson is
Yeah,
very
that's because I'll be confused the entire chat by going to euros all of a
euros.
sudden.
Rob Middleton, City watch players for 2 years before we bid on him.
Okay, Rob, we apologize. You scouted Akanji, you scouted Ake, you scouted Haaland, you scouted all these players. No one in the world knew about them.
Yeah.
So well done. Well done. You scouted them. Didn't I tell you at the start they're so fucking sensitive?
Got it from Sky Sports. Can trust them. Oh yeah, Sky Sports above LB. We trust
There you
Sky Sports.
There you are.
Well, I will read more about it because
I'm not even disagreeing with the guy. It's just different figures, but it's the same rules, just different figures in the
you
Champions
still
League.
have it's
compared
tied to the revenue. That's what you're saying at the end.
Yeah.
All of this is tied to the revenue. All right, Devin. I'm saying we had to spend to catch to compete. We haven't caught top in success. Can't believe I had to clarify that. LB, why did you have?
I didn't think you did have to clarify it, bro.
I really understood that the fact that
I-
you're pushing City 2 years in a row, that means you caught up. in
Yeah, that's what I
terms of
said. I said the
challenging.
caught up, bro. I didn't say they caught up in success,
Yes,
though.
you
did I?
He just sent the slide that he was
Yeah,
like,
because
caught up,
LB,
basically
you
without winning
you
anything.
sounded so sarcastic that Devin had to clarify.
No, I did. Bro,
You really
what do you want
sounded
me
so
to do,
sarcastic.
bro?
VAR
I can't-
check. Your
What do you want me to say?
penalty.
What, I said Tevin sent a super chat, and I said yes, they've caught up. What do you want me to say?
You sounded sarcastic. That's the
Yeah,
point.
I was being sarcastic. 'cause, like,
Exactly. So he had to
but
clarify.
I still agree that they caught up, bro. Like, what do you want me to say? LB said I did say it sarcastically, but I still said they caught up. Like,
All right. Okay. Just calm down. Calm down. He when LB gets up and go close to the camera, he's a little bit upset. Tonali banned for 2 more months. I think just Tonali should be banned forever from football.
that's just been suspended.
Yeah, he's been suspended more. I think.
No. It's apparently it's been suspended. It's a suspended sentence. Yeah, it's a suspended sentence. He's been
it's
given
suspended.
a That means it's weird. That's probably not the best words to use. He's not been banned for 2 months.
He's
All
back in
right.
August. He's back in August.
Yeah.
Is there time
Oh.
to speak a little bit about Conte to Chelsea? Because I put it in the title.
I thought it said no. It's not got legs, or has it? I don't know.
No, it's coming from all Italy. They actually put the brakes on his deal with AC Milan and Napoli. Football Italia reported that he's put the brakes on the deal with AC Milan and Napoli, waiting for Chelsea because they offered him a lucrative offer.
Chelsea are the most clueless club in the entire universe. Imagine giving a bunch of
I think it
kids
will work,
fucking-
bro. I think it will work.
You
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it will
I think
work?
it will work.
You think? I
Yeah,
think
with
it's
you.
I think it's a recipe made for disaster.
Why?
personally.
They're gonna get him a couple of good experienced players, and he's gonna make
Who?
men out of these guys. and it's gonna
Are
be.
you
all
sure
right
about
for them.
that? All we're being told by the media, is that Chelsea are fucked on this FFP. That's all we're being told from everyone.
They said they're gonna
And-
sell a lot of players already. Borussia Dortmund want to get Madsen.
But like I'm just saying, like this is what we're being told. We're being told from everyone in the media that they can't buy no one. They've got no like headroom to sign anyone, and now apparently they're signing all these experienced players. Like who
They're
they
gonna
signing?
get rid of Sterling, LB. They're gonna get rid of some players, and then they have to sign some players.
How much you
Anyway,
gonna get
I
for
think
Sterling?
Conte is
5
the
million?
guy to make men out of these boys. You guys don't think so? No.
Nah.
So who
I
do you
think
want them to sign though?
I think the only teams Conte should go into is a team that is ready to win here and now, and ideally has won in the past, which is why it kind of worked at Chelsea. The first
Conte
time.
makes more sense for Liverpool than it does Chelsea. That's the thing. Like,
I actually agree.
as fucking mad as it sounds, and I do not want Conte, I'm just saying it actually makes more logical sense. You're gonna give Antonio Conte, a bunch of kids to work with, bro. He's just gonna resign 2 months into the season. He cannot deal with it. Cannot do
We
this.
see
When he first joined Chelsea, who did he sign? Fucking Zappa Costa, like all these like old ass players. Cesc Fabregas, I believe, was there. Like he actually had a core of like old players, like literally old players there. So he cannot work with kids. He can't.
bro. I think it's very good for him to go to Chelsea now. In my opinion, I think he will make them. He will make these players winners.
Why? Tell me
They
why.
might not win. They might not win the trophies, but I think he will teach them discipline. He will teach them what it means to put all the effort on the pitch, and I think he's tactically very good in terms of teaching the players what to do on the pitch.
Nah.
And I believe the team is ready for someone like him now to actually make men out of them.
I don't
Why
think
you
so.
keep
I
saying
think the jump is too big
For
I
who?
think the
For
ju-
the players?
for the players. He'd go in
And for the manager, too
Bro,
big
look
down.
at what happened at Tottenham, bro. A team that doesn't win nothing yet. He went in there and the whole place just fell apart. Why? Because they didn't get what what Conte was about. The reason why it succeeded the first time at Chelsea, because the players that they had won. They were winners. And then Conte come in and continue to win. He goes to Spurs, who are not winners, and it all just turned into shit. He goes into this Chelsea team. This Chelsea team needs a proper coach who's willing to give them the time and patience and realizes that they're not going to be winning. Conte's a winner, man. Conte don't want to go Chelsea now and develop them for 2-3 years. He wants to win. It'll end in tears. They actually need like someone who's just good at coaching, who can go coach the players.
Pochettino was good at coaching, LB. Where
Pochettino's
are they now?
Pochettino's a terrible manager.
No, he isn't.
He is a terrible
God.
manager.
And-
As proved by his history.
No, he isn't.
He's not
Pochettino
won
on
any.
paper made a lot of sense for these players. Young, upcoming players. It made a
Do you
lot
think
of
they'll
sense.
sack him then, Mo? Is he going to get sacked?
No, I think if Antonio Conte accepts it, they're going to sack him. I think so. I actually think genuinely, if Antonio Conte accepts this offer, they're going to sack Poch.
I think it's a risk. I mean, listen.
Everything is a risk, LB. Even keeping Poch is a risk.
I agree. But I just think on the balance of risk to reward, I think this falls more on the side of the risk.
But who else is on the market, LB, for this Chelsea team who's abysmal at this current moment?
But Conte is brutal, man. Like, that'd be a backwards
Maybe the
step.
players need that, Joe. Maybe the players need someone like that. Someone who's
Potentially.
not gonna joke around with them. Not is gonna take their side all the time.
But
Someone is
wasn't
gonna
Tuchel
rip into
side?
them when one of them
Poch is
slacks
all
on the
them things
pitch.
you've just
He's gonna call
mentioned,
them
though.
out, bro.
Wasn't
I don't think
Tuchel that guy
Poch is
though as
all-
well?
Yeah.
So wouldn't Tuchel have done that? So they're not going back to square one. So they've accepted
Yeah.
that they made a mistake, which they clearly did at the time.
Bro, when they had Tuchel, they didn't have young players. They didn't have the Caicedos, Enzo's, Palmer, Madueke,
Yeah. But
Pameka. They had the Sterlings, Koulibaly. They had. By the way, the team that Tuchel left, is way older than the team that is now.
But what the point I'm making is with the board, Tuchel, and there was clearly friction, wasn't there, between Tuchel and Bowley and the board. If Conte comes in, there's going to be friction between the board and the manager again. Conte's not a yes man. He's probably the biggest thing that you can get away
Yeah,
from.
but
a yes
if they
man.
hire
There
him,
isn't
LB,
football.
that means they already agreed on something. If they're approaching the guy, knowing what are your rules, what are our rules. that are gonna like they know the history of this guy calling out owners all the time, from Chelsea, Abramovich, all the way to Daniel Levy. They aren't idiots. When they sign the guy, they're gonna tell him, listen, these are your responsibilities, these are our responsibilities. Don't do this in the media. I'm sure it's gonna be this,
You're
unless
telling
they don't
Conte
deliver.
what he should. Nah, so you're telling Conte what he shouldn't do. That already sounds like you shouldn't be going into a relationship as a manager and a board having to set out the ground rules of this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. Like it should be like you should
Well,
agree.
Liverpool are doing the same with Arne Slot. That's why they didn't hire Amorim.
No, but Arne Slot's a yes man. Arne's not. This is a massive move for Liverpool for Arne Slot. He's not going to go to Liverpool and start cussing all the board and saying I need this, I need that. Some guys from Feyenoord. Whereas Amorim's got a bit more about him. He's won stuff with Lisbon. He's going to go in there and make demands and say, I want this, I want that, I want this. And he's like, clearly, they're not happy with that. They're saying, no, this we're running the show. You're just a coach.
I'll be
Hence
with
why-
your club, Chelsea fans, if you get Conte. I'll definitely be with your club. I'll cheer for
Let's
you
go,
every week.
cringy, man.
It could,
I like
listen, I'll
Conte.
tell you this. It could work. I just think that it's unlikely to work and it could end up in even further disaster that they're already in. But listen, at the end of the day, Chelsea are in the mud so much. Maybe it's worth the risk, but I just don't.
Maybe
think
it will. Maybe it is. I think it's worth the risk. I think Conte will do better than Pochettino because now Sam can just stop talking about Pochettino. Anyway, Frankie is saying, LB, I see your women's team is about to take the league as well. Relax now, please. Turning the whole country into a farm. I'll see you in court, sir. I think that people are just salty, but anyway, if City win the league this season, LB.
Mo, were you not salty when Juve won like 10 in a row?
Bro, I'm salty about Man City and I don't even support the Premier League club, bro.
Khalas then. Let us be salty in peace.
Like, I really
Fuck Man
do.
City, I hope they get charged. Happy now?
I don't hope they get charged. I hope you just don't win the league on the pitch. I hope Arsenal win the league this season. But I don't hope they get charged.
Liquidated. Happy
You
now?
know, everyone that hope that Man City get charged are just bitter about the winning because they can't win on the pitch. They think that the only solution is for them to get charged so they win something. Well, how about you win on the pitch? Like Arsenal can win the league this season. Arsenal could have won the Champions League. Like I think this charge thing is now is becoming. I want them to get charged so I can win something. Well, how about you win on the pitch? How about instead of signing Summerville, go sign Paqueta? You say you have the money. That's the thing. Instead of signing Summerville, go sign someone better.
There's no one better than Summerville, man.
There you are.
Donna.
Donna is just like.
Oh my God. Wagwan, Mr. Mo. I'm in love with Mr. Jaw. He's hot. Joe has a girl.
Yeah, man.
Donna call him Mr. Lewis. I'm sorry, but Joe won my heart.
It's all right. Sorry, man.
Alas, will gouge out your eyes.
Ryan said, remember when certain frauds wanted Alex McPurpurpatch in team of the season? LB, we need Edwards in charge of recruitment. Edward is a genius with recruitment. Oh my God. The very reactionary Ray again. Very reactionary. McAllister was arguably one of the best midfielders in the league this season. The fact that he played 2 bad games doesn't take anything away from him. He's just very reactionary, Ryan. Again, very reactionary. Anyway, guys, this is football. Joe, just a Joe football show. And LB, he has 2 channels, people. It's called It's LB and More LB. Both are in the description. You can go and subscribe.
You've got 2 now, LB.
If you haven't subscribed to these 3-4 channels, you're living under the rock. Go, it's 1 click away. 1 click away from subscription. And also today we have LB. Okay, there's one more thing. LB has a call-in show in 2 hours. So if you want to talk to LB, it's a call-in show, but you have to be a member though. You have to be a member. So go do membership for 1 month and call him, right?
Hey, bro, can you share this on screen? Look how mad this is. Sandro Tonali put a winning bet on Newcastle to beat Man City in the Carabao Cup. Tonali played in the game and put around 10,000 euros on odds of 7-4.
Wow.
What
But
the
so he's
fuck?
playing then. So I think that's very good. He's playing. So what is wrong with him?
Did they win the game?
Yeah, they beat us, yeah. Beat us
He's
1-0.
good.
So you won. How much did you win then? Fucking hell. You also won a lot there.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, my
7-4 is
days.
not a lot. 7-4 is not a lot, right?
Yeah, nice.
7-4 is nothing.
When you
7-4,
put
you
10
win
grand
like
in.
you win 16,000 if you put 10,000. Well, this kid is poor then. I thought this kid is a millionaire.
Apparently
I don't
not.
know.
He's addicted, bro. This kid is genuinely addicted. Ray is saying, I hope City win it. Why? The consequences
why?
of City winning it are way less severe
Yo, is
than
this
Arsenal.
is this the 11 out of 10?
This
The
is 16 out of 10,
yeah.
right. This is 16 out of 10, right.
Big up Ryan, man. Big up to you, man.
Ryan,
I
Ryan
rate
became
you.
a celebrity, bro. He's a
Oh, man.
celebrity, bro.
Legend.
Ryan,
I
all I
mean,
have to
for
tell
all
you,
the wrong reasons.
there are shirts made with your code, 16 out of 10.
Are they really?
You made it. You made it for real, bro. You made it.
No, he didn't make it because he ain't making any money off the shirts. So
Oh,
He
needs
should.
to-
He
needs to
should.
sort that, man.
He should. He should. HUSAM is a fraud. How can you want Arsenal over City? Joe wants Arsenal over City. I want Arsenal
Yeah,
over
I do.
City. Everyone wants Arsenal over City. Why you're simping to City now, Ryder? Doesn't make any sense, bro. Andrew Wright is saying Colwell to Liverpool from Chelsea is never gonna happen. Rumors, bro. This is not 2023 summer. It's 2024 summer. I think you confused the articles, Andrew. Donna Collins, Mr. LB, I will join your call in today. Please let me.
will you let Don on?
Will you let Donna on, LB, if they become a member?
All I would say is, I want
He's mute.
guys. Hello.
Why is
Oh.
that? This is crazy.
Oh my god.
Anyway, listen, people. Can we get to 400 likes before you go on? Guys, we're 50 likes away from 400 likes. This has been an absolutely fantastic show. Great, chill, relaxed show. JW. City winning the Premier League ends all debate as Pep being the GOAT. The GOAT of what? The Premier League. Yeah, I think so. I think he's better than Alex Ferguson already. Already, in my opinion. But people don't want to talk about it. Thank you, JW. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you guys. We're out.